This segment of the news is brought to you by Finance of America. For all your mortgage needs, call Amy Childress or Shannon Keller at 702-372-6607.
Although there is a lot of discussion on how the prescription opioid epidemic has affected the U.S. adult population, how has it affected children and teens? A new study looked at how often kids and teenagers are hospitalized for opioid poisonings. The study in JAMA Pediatrics examined these trends over a 16-year period from 1997 to 2012.
This health tip is brought to you by
Desert View Hospital and Mountain Valley Physicians Group. Don't put your health on hold. We have time for you. Call us to schedule your appointment. 775-751-7100.
From 1999 to 2010, retail sales of prescription opioids quadrupled. And as more adults become addicted to these medications, more children and teenagers are also at a higher risk for opioid poisoning and misuse.
The opioid epidemic has grown exponentially. It really began in the mid-1990s when physicians were encouraged to do a better job of treating chronic pain. In 2014, there were approximately 19,000 deaths that were attributed to opioid medications.
Dr. Julie Gaither and Dr. Deepa Kamingay and co-authors reviewed the U.S. pediatric hospital discharge records of children and teens ages 1 to 19 from 1997 to 2012. They identified more than 13,000 children and teens who were hospitalized for opioid poisonings within that time frame. They also looked at 15 to 19-year-olds who were hospitalized for heroin poisoning.
We found that the rates of hospitalizations for opioid poisonings doubled during 1997 to 2012. We also found that the highest number of hospitalizations were among teenagers, ages 15 through 19. The highest rates of increase in hospitalizations were among our youngest population, which was 1 to 4-year-old children.
Heroin poisonings increased by 150% during this time point, and then very importantly, poisonings for methadone increased by approximately 950%, so almost tenfold in less than 2 decades.
Dr. Gaither and Dr. Kamingay say changes in how we prescribe, dispose, and package these drugs are needed to keep children and teens safe.
Our national conversation has focused on how to improve the treatment and prevention of opioid misuse and abuse. But we also hope that this conversation focuses on how to safeguard children from this epidemic.
Laura Berger, The JAMA Report.
The pediatric community makes up about a quarter of the U.S. population. Well, the population in Beatty swelled over the weekend for their annual Beatty Days celebration. The News 46 news vehicle joined the parade in Beatty over the weekend. The annual Beatty Days celebration was held Friday through Sunday in Cottonwood Park. The event featured vendors, food, entertainment, a car show, games, a parade, Dutch oven cook-off, and chili cook-off. Also, the crowning of Ms. and Junior Miss Beatty, a 5K and a 3K run and walk, and a pancake breakfast hosted by the VFW. For more information on Beatty, Nevada, or Beatty Days, you can find them on the web. This is Deanna O'Donnell for News 46. That was so much fun. Great costumes, guys. NyE Communities Coalition transformed their campus into haunted acres for a fundraiser with lots of scary fun.
Please, help me! Help me! Please, they're gonna kill me!
Haunted Acres. So basically, it's with NyE Communities Coalition. We're collaborating with some of our high school clubs, such as ROTC, Interact, Key Club. We also have our youth-based programs, YAC, Youth Advocates for Community Change, as well as the Youth Works program. We're throwing a haunted house for the community to come and get, their scare on.
So is this a fundraiser?
Yeah, it's a fundraiser to help all the youth groups involved to go to conferences and to have youth leadership development programs in which that they participate in other organizations' activities within the community and elsewhere, NyE and Esmeralda County.
How long have you been setting up this haunted acre?
This will be our 3rd year running.
Yeah.
And the setup usually takes well in advance, months before, especially with the volunteers of the youth that we participate with. And they commit many, many volunteer hours.
How many volunteers or how many actors do you have in there?
Quite a few. Our initial sign-up was over 60. And then that's spread out over 3 days, and that's not including those who drop in at last minute and help with the setup and also fill-in actors as well.
Are you having it Halloween night?
We are not having a Halloween night.
The Cancer Victims Thrift Store held a Halloween trunk or treat Saturday afternoon. Here's Teresa and Trish in Capero.
Our first trunk or treats has been very crazy. We had more people than expected.
We're handing out hot dogs and cake and just celebrating, you know, the Halloween. And we have a raffle. When's the raffle?
Free raffle. It will be drawn at 7 p.m. today. We have all types of prizes from Nevada Public Auction. They gave us a ton of brand new stuff.
We've had a lot of people. It's unbelievable.
We went
really.
through 200 hot dogs in 41 minutes, and we timed it. Everybody had to go for 4 candy runs every 20 minutes.
So you spent how much in candy today?
$250
So far?
plus all the donations that people dropped off. We have over 40 businesses that came and set up their trunk, or they decorated a table and was handing out candy.
I have to say something. You just seem to organize and rally up the crowd, Trish, and I know that your mom's super proud of you with this, but I just got to say, you really get people going and make sure that the groups and everything's so organized. Doing this on your own.
Yes, thank you so much. I appreciate that.
I know that your mom works her behind off with this too, but I know
She's
that
always
you're
behind the scenes.
Yeah, I'm behind
on the front line.
Yeah, Trish is on the front line. I just kind of lay low in the background.
So tonight is going on until I think 7 o'clock.
Yeah, 7 p.m. It will be going on, and then if there is people until 7:30 or 8, we'll accommodate them, and then we'll start cleaning up then.
And Halloween, you guys are closed here?
Yes.
We will be closed on Halloween.
Yeah.
All right. More local news and a schedule of tonight's event when we return.